So, very good morning, students. Welcome to IIT NEET Foundation or Focus C program by Krishnaveni Talent Schools and the Mastermind Schools. So, once again, I welcome all the class 6th students for today's session. As you all aware, and you can see on the screen, my subject is physics. We are in class 6th. Today we are going to start a new chapter, heat. That is chapter number 5. Heat. And today we're at session number 1. So far we completed 4 chapters starting from units and measurements, kinematics, force and Newton's laws of motion, and lastly work, energy and power. After completing 4 chapters, we enter to the 5th chapter. That is very important chapter, because whenever you wake up from the bed, we can feel the heat. So it may be summer or winter, no matter. We can feel the heat by, we have to heat the milk, either to prepare tea or coffee or milk you can drink. There is a heat you can see. After that, we'll go for the bath. We'll switch on the geyser, where we can make the water heat and we'll enjoy the hot water bath. Then again, cooking of the food also heated. Heat, either gas stove or oven. Everywhere we can produce the heat. That means it plays very important role in our day-to-day life. Because we are doing lot of work with heat. We are doing lot of work with heat. The heat is a form of energy. It is a form of energy. Right? First 4 lessons we discussed only about the motion and force. But now we are entering into the energies. So energy is nothing but the capacity to do the work. So heat has capacity to do the work, because heat can boil the milk, heat can boil the water, heat can cook the food, heat can give the flame. Lot of works heat can do. That is the reason heat is said to be a form of energy, with which you can do lot of works, which makes the body hot or which makes the body cold. To increase the speed, the hot will increases. If decrease the speed, it becomes the cold. Both are due to the heat only. Such a form of energy is known as heat. So we are here in this chapter, as we are starting in the 6th class only, we'll discuss something basic about the heat. What is heat? What is temperature? Because when a body is heated, its temperature might have raised. Or when body is cooled, temperature down. So means heat and temperature are relative terms. When heat is more, temperature is more. When heat is less, temperature is less. Correct or not? So whenever heat comes, it is accompanied by temperature. So in this chapter, we'll discuss about what is heat and what is temperature, how to measure heat, and what is the device used to measure the temperature, like thermometer, types of thermometers, many things. It may take 2 to 3 sessions to complete the chapter. Right? So after the introduction, we'll move to the next part of heat. As you can open the textbook, number 78 will be there, where you can see about heat and, right? So this is page number 78 about heat. Okay. So when you see introduction, a branch of physics that deals with measurement of temperature is called thermometry. So thermometry is the branch of physics which completely deals with the measurement of temperature. The property that tells us about hot or cold of a particular body is called its temperature. Right? Whether body may be hot or cold, it is called as temperature. When a body is heated, various types of physical changes such as expansion, contrast. So when you're heating a body, change of state, change of electrical property, change of chemical property are observed. So these all are the effects of heat. You know, all these are effects of heat. What heat will do? Very important. Effects of heat is, so it varies the physical changes. Means heat will change the physical change. Physically body will change. Physical change means either size or shape. Whenever any body is heated, it may expand. Either it is solid, liquid or gas. Expand. Whenever you expand, its size, shape, everything changes. That is the effect of the heat only. Then, such as expansion, contrasts. Sometimes what happens when you decrease the temperature, it will contrast. It is commonly seen. And change of state. Suppose when you are eating ice, from solid it converts into water, liquid. There is change of state. When liquid is further heated, it will change into vapor. Chemical change. Whenever we are heating the chemical, it also undergo changes. For example, when you heat calcium carbonate, it is on heating. It changes to calcium oxide and liberates carbon dioxide. A compound calcium carbonate is changing into a new element called calcium oxide. That is because of the heating, effect of heat. Right? Like this, heat will affect physical change, chemical change. It may expand or it may contrast the substance. These are all the effect of the heat. Okay. Now we'll see what is the difference between heat and cold. When heat is supplied on a body, its temperature increases. Correct or not? So heat is directly proportional to temperature. Or temperature is directly proportional to heat. When you are heating the body, automatically temperature will rise. And when heat is taken away, when you decrease the heat, the body will, from the body, its temperature decreases. Correct? Heat always flows from body of higher temperature to the body of lower temperature. Very interesting. For example, if you take two bodies, right? We have taken two bodies. One is of 10 degrees temperature, other is of 20 degrees temperature. We are kept together when the two bodies of different temperature in contact with each other. As per the convention, heat flows from hot body to cold body. Hot body to cold body. Up to what level? Until both become same. See, 10 plus 20 is there. That is 30 total. So until they both become 15 and 15. Means 5 degrees will lose from here and reaches the 10 degrees body. So A will gain the heat, B will lose the heat. But both will come to same temperature. Until both bodies will attain same temperature, heat will transfer from higher temperature body or hot body to cold body. Suppose your friend somebody got fever. If he sit beside you, you will also get fever because the hot body from him transferred to you. So heat always transfer from hot body to cold body or higher temperature body to lower temperature body until both become same. That is called thermal equilibrium. Next, what we are going to discuss is that one. Right? Higher temperature body to lower temperature body. For example, see, you have dining table in your house. Go and sit. You take this side, this is dining table. Once you place hot coffee, and one side you place the cold ice pieces. Right? So A is coffee, B is the ice blocks. Right. So both are placed on same dining table. After some time you can see ice melts. Ice melts. Why? Because here after some time coffee becomes cold. So hot coffee become cold. Ice cubes melts when they place on table. Why? Because whenever coffee placed on the table, coffee is the hot body. Table is the cold body. So heat goes from the coffee cup to the table. That is the reason the heatness of the coffee reduces and become cold. At the same time, in case of ice bowl and table is the hot body and ice block a cold body. So ice block receives the heat from the table and they melted into liquid. So both cases, what happened here? Heat is transferring from hot body to cold body. First case, coffee is the hot body and table is the cold body. Second case, table is the hot body, ice blocks are the cold bodies. But in both cases, commonly observed is heat always flows from hot body to cold body. Right? Understood or not? That is, so both transfers takes place until both become same temperature. Such phenomena is called that we are going to get now. That is, we are going to discuss about the thermal equilibrium. Very interesting one. Two bodies are said to be thermal equilibrium with each other if they are at the same temperature. Therefore, it is a state of body where it is neither receives nor given out the heat energy. When both attain the same temperature, there is won't be any transfer of heat once they become same temperature. Right. So when two bodies of different temperature kept in contact, see here, a hot body kept cold body. So heat transfer from hot body to cold body. Then both will, until both reaches the same temperature, heat continue to flow. Once both bodies attain same temperature, that state, that stage, that situation is known as thermal equilibrium. Right? So the energy transferred from one body to another body due to different in their temperatures is called heat energy. Heat is the form of energy that makes any object hot or cold. Heat energy is also called as thermal energy. Thermal is nothing but heat only. So it's a clear picture about the heat. So heat is a form of energy that makes any object either hot or cold. If you give the heat, it become hot. If you remove the heat, it become cold. And this energy always transfers from higher temperature, that is hot body, to cold body until both will attain same temperature, and that state is called thermal equilibrium. What is called? Thermal equilibrium state. Okay. Then, unit of heat. Say, as you all know, heat is a form of energy only. So it is measured in joule. Joule is the unit of heat, or even erg also you can write in CGS. Joule or erg, right? Or another unit, common unit of the heat is calorie. Because heat is studied under the heading of calorimetry. As temperature is studied thermometry, see, we will come across temperature later. Study of temperature is called thermometry. Right? Thermometry. Whereas study of heat is called calorimetry. We'll come across in higher classes. Okay. So another common unit is calorie. So heat is measured in either joule or erg or calorie. So relation also there. What is 1 calorie? 1 kilocalorie is equal to 420. 1 calorie is equal to 4.2 joule. 4.2 joule, very important. Of course, kilo means 1000. 1000 calories is nothing but 420 joule in SI system. Right? Very important. So, Heat is measured either in joule or erg, or another common unit is calorie, where 1 calorie is equal to 4.2 joule. Or 1 kilocalorie, kilo means 1000, 1 kilocalorie is equal to 4200 joules, because 4.2 into 1000, 4200, right? So heat is a form of energy, its unit is same as energy, and heat is a scalar quantity. It's only magnitude, no direction. Heat will travel in any direction. There is no particular direction for the heat, right? So this is a clear picture about the what is heat. Clear? So you must be clear about this before going for the next part, that is temperature. So before going for temperature, let me show you one video on same heat and maybe about temperature also. Then we'll move to the temperature part, right? You watch the video for some time, then.
Hello students, can you imagine how cold the earth would be if there were no sun? The sun is the earth's main source of heat. Only a little of the sun's heat reaches the earth. However, this is enough for life to exist on earth. Other sources of heat are fire and electric heater. In this lesson, we will study about heat and its measurements. Objectives. At the end of this lesson, you'll be able to identify hot, cold, and warm bodies, define heat as transfer of energy, differentiate between heat and temperature, explain clinical and laboratory thermometer,
This is our next part.
the sun, burning fuels, electricity, and mechanical work are sources of heat. Let us perform an experiment. We keep tin or aluminium sheet out under sun and touch after some time. We then place the same tin or aluminium sheet inside the house. Touch the sheet after some time. In the first case, we feel hot, and in the second case, we feel cold. Let us prove through another experiment that sun gives heat. Use a magnifying glass to focus sunlight on a piece of white paper.
Burn.
At the position where the sunlight is focused, the paper becomes hot, starts to turn brown, and soon bursts into flame. Thus, the heat from the sun makes the paper burn. Man can generate heat by burning wood, coal, and gas.
These are all
Wood,
sport
coal,
copy.
and gas are called fuels. Fuels burn in machine to make them work.
See, these are
Motor car runs by burning
mechanical
fuel.
energy.
An aeroplane flies by burning fuel. Electricity also gives heat. Man uses electricity to cook the food and to work the machines. Heat can also be produced by rubbing two things together. This is by doing mechanical work. Rub the palms of your hands together. What do you feel? You will feel that it is hot. The ancient man generated fire by rubbing two stones. You must have held both eyes and hot cup of coffee. Why is it that in one you feel cold, while in the other it is hot? When heat energy from our body flows out rapidly, we feel very cold. This is the case when we hold ice. Ice on the palm gives a sensation of cold because heat from your body flows out of your body to the ice. With this heat, the ice on your palm melts. When the heat energy flow from outside into our body is rapid and more, we feel very hot. This is the case when we hold cup of coffee. The heat from tea or coffee flows to tea to the hand. Thus, it is the flow of heat energy which determines the cold or hot. Students, let us perform an activity to understand the concept of direction of heat flow.
See,
We
here
place
you
a
can-
glass of hot milk
glass
in a
water
dish
and
with
cold
cold
water.
water. After some time, milk gets cool and water gets warm. Both milk and water come to lie at the same temperature. Direction of the flow of heat is from hot to cold. Now we will learn the concept of temperature. Temperature is the measurement of hotness or coldness of an object. We say that water from fridge is cold and milk is hot. How much cold is water? Is it cooler than ice? How much hot is milk? Is it hotter than boiling water? Obviously, for this we need a measure to know about coldness and hotness of a body. A hot body is at a higher temperature than a cool body. When a substance is heated, its temperature rises. On cooling, the temperature comes down. Degree of hotness or coldness in a body is described as its temperature. The table shows the difference between heat and temperature. Heat is a form of energy. Temperature is a measure of heat energy level. Heat energy raises the temperature of a body, while the temperature decides the direction of flow of heat. Heat flows from a body at higher temperature to the body at lower temperature. Heat is measured in joules. Temperature is measured in degrees Celsius or Kelvin. Now that we have learnt about temperature, let us look at the device used to measure temperature.
All you know, temperature, thermometer.
It is called a thermometer. The most common use of thermometer is to measure our body temperature. Such a thermometer is called a clinical thermometer. A clinical thermometer consists of a long, narrow, uniform glass tube. It has a bulb at one end filled with mercury. Outside the bulb, a small
This we'll see in the next class. Because
shining thread of mercury.
About this. We'll go for the... So this part we'll discuss in the next class. What exactly the temperature thermometer, right? So far what we learn is, we learn about what is heat, right? What are the effects of heat? Okay, what is heat? Very important definition. What is the effect of heat? What heat can do? And next one is direction of flow of heat. Direction of flow is all, and what is the thermal equilibrium? And what are the source of heat we have to discuss before going for temperature. So heat is a form of energy. Heat is a form of energy which makes the body cold or hot. If you give the heat, body become hot. If you remove the heat, body become cold. So heat can change the physical change, chemical change. It undergo physical change or chemical change. It may expand, it may contrast. Okay, these applications you can see when you move forward. That is effects. It may expand the body, it may contrast the body, it may change the physical change. Physical change means size, shape and all. And also chemical change. When you are supplying heat to the chemical, it may give the new products. Decomposes. It undergo decomposition and gives the new products for us. Then direction of flow. As see, heat always flows from hot part to cold body. Hot body to cold body. That is a common. Then after knowing the direction of flow, so how much time it will flow? When the two bodies of different temperatures kept in contact with each other, heat flows from hot body to cold body until both bodies become same temperature. 20 degrees, 10 degrees. We join them. Both become 15 degrees after some time. After 15 degrees, there won't be any transfer of heat. And such state is called thermal equilibrium state. Right? Then sources, where we can get heat. Just now we have seen in the video, main source of heat is sun. Sun is the main source of heat. If sun is not there, earth won't be like a hot ball. It is very cold, like ice. So because of sun only, earth is getting the heat. So the major source of heat is sun. Of course, wood. By burning wood, you can get the heat. Coal, petrol, diesel, kerosene. All these will burn and give out energy. when you are filling the petrol into the vehicle, that petrol will become heat and makes the body to move. That is, heat energy is converting into mechanical energy. So many things happens. The heat, when you are supplying the heat to your body, it can convert into many. There are so many sources of heat what we can get from our day-to-day life application. Okay, so these are the part of about the complete heat, about total heat, right? So heat effects of, so heat is studied under the heading of calorimetry, that we'll discuss later. So calorimetry is the branch of physics which deals with the heat, and heat is measured in joule or calorie, where 1 calorie is equal to 4.2 joule. Actually 4.18, you can write 4.2. So this is a clear picture about the what is heat. So heat is the effect, temperature. Heat is the source, temperature is the effect, like motion and force. When force is there, motion will be there. When heat is there, temperature. When there is no heat, there is no temperature. They both are interlinked. So they both are related to each other. First, we have done with the what is heat, right? Then we'll move to the second part, that is temperature. Already you know commonly used word temperature, the degree. So generally temperature measured in the degree Celsius or Kelvin. So the degree of hotness or coldness of the body, whether body is hot or cold. We can feel by touching, but we can use some devices to measure the temperature also. How much raised degrees? For example, summer temperature is 32 degrees Celsius. Winter, it may be 6 degrees Celsius or 0 degrees Celsius. Some places minus 3 degrees Celsius. So this, it is the hotness. This is the coldness. When it comes to minus, below 0, it will come under the coldness of the body. Hotness and coldness of the body. In refrigerator, there is a coldness. In oven, there is a hotness. So heat can be either hot or cold. And the degree, how much hot it is there, how much cold it is there, the degree is called as temperature, which is a very, very important part. Right? Temperature. The degree of hotness or coldness of a body is called temperature. Clear? So temperature is a scalar quantity. You see in the scalar quantities, there are even fundamental. It is a fundamental quantity also, which is measured in degree Celsius or Kelvin. A reliable method to determine the hotness or coldness of the body is of the temperature. If your body is hot, its temperature is more. The body is cold, its temperature is low. The temperature of the body affect heat energy supplied or removed. So how heat is more and less? Either we are supplying the heat or removing the heat. If you supply the heat, body is hot. If you remove the heat, its body is cold. So when you come to units here, SI unit of temperature is Kelvin. Other units are degree Celsius and even degree Fahrenheit also. We can measure either in Kelvin or Celsius or Fahrenheit. We can convert also. If you see newspapers, they give the temperature of a particular cities in degrees and Fahrenheits. That relation will come to know next. So temperature is the hotness or coldness of a body, which is either obtained by supplying of heat or removal of heat. It is measured in Kelvin or degree Celsius or degree Fahrenheit and measured by using a device called thermometer. So there are various types of thermometers are there. For example, to measure our body temperature, we'll use a clinical thermometer. To measure the any chemicals in the laboratory, we use the laboratory thermometer. To measure the atmospheric pressure, we'll use the maximum and minimum thermometer. So many are there. Different types of thermometers are there, which we'll discuss in the next class. Right? So when you move to the next class, we'll discuss about what is the difference between heat and temperature, what is given here, and how to measure the temperature by using the thermometer, advantages and disadvantages of thermometers, and there are different types of thermometers are there that we'll discuss in the next class. And the relationship between the thermometers will give some mathematical formula and how it will transmits from solids, liquids, and gases. That is transmission of heat, very important part. Okay, some examples are there, daily examples, and how heat will makes the body to change its state from solid to liquid or liquid to gas. That is also one kind of effects of thermometer, which we'll discuss in the coming days. Maybe it will take two or three sessions to discuss about the total transfer of heat and okay. So just today we discuss only about the heat, effects of heat, source of heat, units of heat, and introduction to temperature. Clear all of you? So we'll meet in the next class. We'll discuss about the in depth about the temperature and types of thermometers, and there are some mathematical formulas related to thermometer, right? So thank you all of you. Have a wonderful day. Thank you. Thank you each and everyone.